Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Disney's newest private destination, Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. This is day 1 of 2 that we have on this new island destination, and we're going all in, exploring as much as we can, sharing our positive and negative thoughts, so you guys know what to expect if you're visiting in the near future. I invite you guys to sit back and relax, because we're spending the next 40 minutes at Disney's Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to day 3 of our Disney Cruise Line vacation on board the Disney Fantasy as we make our way to Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. Today is the day. We are docking right now at Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. You're probably asking, Adrian, why are you whispering? It is just before 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't think I've ever been up this early on a Disney cruise, but they did say yesterday that we would be docking right around this time. And guys, we are actively docking. I looked out the window and I see the island. So I am rushing downstairs to deck 4 or 3, deck 4, so that way we can watch the whole process. Let's do this, guys. I'm super excited. It's gonna be a very long day, a very long video. I'm gonna be throwing a lot of information at you. Let's go do this. And take a look at that, guys. There she is, Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. Oh my God, take a look at that pier. That is a long pier. Oh my God. Wow, that's very long. That little golf cart looks so tiny. We have quite a long walk ahead of us, my friends. It is just after 6 a.m. in the morning, and it appears we are docking at Lookout Key with port side facing that way. So the nose of the ship is over there, the aft is that way. When the Magic pulled in just a few days ago, the front was that way, the back was that way, and starboard was facing the island. So I don't know if that's how it's normally going to be, where the smaller ships dock with starboard facing the island. But right now, with the larger Disney Fantasy, we are docking with port side facing the island. That's got to be quite a view that those dock workers have. Oh, they're waving. There's probably a lot of folks on the upper decks. And there go the cannons that launch the lines out of the ship, so that way they can grab it. You can see the dock worker down there holding that little orange ball. That's what the ship launches out. Not going to be the first little cannon blast that we hear. But just take a look at how long this pier is. Good Lord. And we have made contact. Take a look at that. The Disney Fantasy has touched the dock for the very first time. And take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Our first official sunrise over Lookout Key. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. It is shaping up to be a beautiful day. I cannot wait to get off this ship. I can't wait to explore. This is so exciting. Over here, you guys can see a bunch of crew members getting off. We have our bartenders and we have our servers. We have chefs coming off the ship right now and walking the half-mile over to Mabra Cove to catch the tram over to the main part of the island where everything else is. Holy moly. At least it's not super hot and humid this morning. There's a nice breeze, so they're not going to be sweating by the time they get to their work location. But in the afternoon, when it's time to come back, oh boy. And just like that, the dock is bustling with activity. A lot of crew members are getting off the ship and getting the island ready for guests. We're not going to be able to get off until at least 8:30, we were told. The crew has to have time to get off, get on the island and get things prepped. but it's still really exciting to see the whole process. And you can tell everyone down there is super excited to be here for the very first time. So I moved a little bit further on down on the ship so I can be more in line with the center of the pier. And here's something that I never saw mentioned during the preview cruise, are these little red wagons. Now, I don't know exactly what they're for, but if I had to guess, I would think that they're to wheel small children out onto the islands, like if they're not able or just not willing to walk, because it looks like there's a little seat in there with a seatbelt. So that's my best guess, but we'll possibly see a little bit later on what they're exactly used for. So I did go back to the room, wake up Coda, and I did get changed. I am totally island ready. It's gonna be a hot one outside, guys, but I decided to make my way up to deck 11 to the adult only area, and I decided to come inside the Cove Cafe so that way I could get myself a little muffin over here from the pastry display that is over here, which by the way, it is completely free. You can come up here and get pastries and other sweet items at any point during your cruise, which is always nice. And I also opted for just a regular cup of water as well. We're a little less than 30 minutes until all ashore, so they did ask us not to crowd the stairwell, so I am respecting that to a certain extent, but from what I heard on the Magic cruise, there were crowds out the wazoo waiting to get off. So I'm gonna enjoy this little Danish over here. Not gonna be eating a lot because I am gonna be having lunch on shore, so that way I can review it for you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a very lengthy video. I'm going to be throwing a lot of information at you, so I hope you guys are ready. I'm going to enjoy this muffin, and then we're going to head on shore. And we have made it down to deck 2 midship, just outside of Enchanted Garden, and you can see that there is a little bit of a line to get off the ship right now. They do have both stairwells going any further roped off, so that way you can't go down any further. So this is the extent of the line right now. I'm not quite sure which other gangway is open, but the first one that I saw open was midship, so that's the first place I came.
It is our pleasure to announce that our island team are now ready to welcome you, and the ship has been cleared for our guests to disembark, and we have just a few reminders for you. First of all, guests are welcome to disembark using any of our gangways today, forward, midship, and aft. The gangway is situated on deck 1, and we invite you to move through to the elevators or stairwells and go down directly to deck number 1 to disembark the Disney Fantasy.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the dock of Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. We still have a ways to go. I'm about to pull out my phone and start a timer, so that way you guys know approximately how long it should take to walk from the ship to the tram stop. Let's go. One important thing that I did not mention in the video that I am going to mention here is if you have mobility issues, you can request a golf cart to take you from the ship over to the tram stop. It may take a little while to get a golf cart, but you can request it and it will pick you up. So from what I heard, it should take approximately 15 minutes, which actually isn't too terrible. If you guys have ever been on Castaway Cay and you've walked from the ship to the family beach, that's about how far and how long it is. But I have my walking shoes on, so that way we don't have any problems with this walk and being uncomfortable, and I have my beach shoes in my bag. So far, the weather is not terrible at all. It is nice and sunny, but there is a nice breeze, but I highly recommend putting on your sunscreen before even thinking about getting off the ship. Make sure you have a hat, make sure you have sunglasses, make sure you have some water with you, because I know that it is possible for it to get very hot, especially when you're walking back later in the afternoon. Oh, this is so nice. They're handing out ice towels midway through the pier. That is fantastic. In case you need it. Hello, Mabra.
Hello, Mabra.
Hello. That's awesome. I really love that they're doing that. I don't know if they did that during the preview cruise, but I'm sure with enough feedback, they implemented it. Something I will immediately say is that the water is looking crystal clear. I can see straight down to the bottom. It's a little bit wavy right now, but you guys know what I mean. You can see down to the bottom, and I love that. It is absolutely perfect. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, just over 11 minutes later, we have made it to the security checkpoint over here at Mabra Cove at Lookout Key. Just walked through the security checkpoint and holy moly, this is interesting. So turbo berth, this is our charter boat check-in. It looks like we have a bar over here and restrooms. We have a stand over here that's not open. First and last chance stand, I don't know what that is. We have a station over here where you can purchase water bottles and water coolers. And over here is the tram stop. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mabra Cove tram stop. Very interesting. So it is very important to note that you have to take the trams over to the main family beaches on the opposite side of the island. The only thing that's offered over here are the family cabanas. So once you get over here past the security checkpoint, you will board these trams, and it's going to be about another 10-minute drive to the family beaches over there. We're not going to be going there right now because we have something very special to check out over here. So over there on the opposite side of the road is the Mabra Cove tram stop, and we are heading this way to check out a cabana. And we're off, heading on over to our cabanas.
How are you guys doing today?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm great, now that I see you guys. Welcome to Lookout Key. My name is Carissa. I'm your cabana taxi.
It looks like the cabana folks over here on the family beach do have their own dining location as well.
There you go. Watch your head.
Thank you so much. Something important that is worth noting is that for the time being, it appears that the Wi-Fi on the island is a bit spotty. It wasn't working when I first got in, but once I got into the cabana, it started working again, and now it has dropped. So in case you are someone who likes to stay connected either on the internet, or if you and your family are kind of scattered throughout the island, it might prove to be a little bit difficult to communicate with them at certain times throughout the day. So just something to be aware of. Okay, yeah, that was awesome. I was not expecting to get escorted over here all the way from the cabanas. That was amazing. So yeah, they're still learning some things, clearly some miscommunication. Some folks say that they can't bring you all the way over here from the cabanas. Other folks clearly will. So that was awesome. But now that we have made it to the Goombay Beach area, the main area of Lookout Key, let's go ahead and explore. There's flies everywhere. Oh, dear. And just so you guys are aware, that was about a 5-minute drive from the tram stop by where the ship is to the Goombay stop. What takes a long time is loading the trams and actually getting going. And as you guys get off the tram, the very first thing you have is Rocky Point bicycle rentals and the gift shop over here. This is called Disney Tings. I love that. This line that you see over here is not to get in. This is to actually check out. Everyone has merchandise in their hands. Let's go ahead and go inside and get a quick peek at some of the merchandise. Alright, we're going to do a quick rundown of the store. We have a couple of polo shirts over here that say Lookout Key. We have a Disney Cruise Line hat. We have some bottoms. We have Mickey plushes in his Goombay outfit. It looks like we have a couple of sundresses over here. We have a women's tank top. We have Minnie in her dress over here. Looks like we have some artwork as well from Lookout Key. We have some mini ears over here for Lookout Key. They do have a couple of Lookout Key t-shirts that I really like. Unfortunately, nothing in my size at the moment. I particularly like this shirt over here. It's really nice. Here's another Lookout Key shirt that says Lighthouse Point as well. They have some pink Lookout Key Spirit jerseys. These are really nice. I know Coda actually picked herself up one of these. We have some Lookout Key sun shirts over here. That's really nice. Some of the more popular items are these character-themed Lookout Key shirts. We have Donald, we have Pluto. We have some Lookout Key ears that are more themed to Eleuthera. We also have some lounge flies as well. We have a Goofy shirt over here with a design on the back. We have another Lookout Key Spirit jersey over here that's more Goombay themed. So yeah, it's pretty clear to see that the main gift shop over here is an absolute madhouse. Is it the only gift shop? I have absolutely no idea, but it's the very first one that you see as you come off of the tram, and it is absolutely nuts. But I will say the cast members inside are doing a great job at keeping the shelves filled, and they are restocking everything and working really hard to move the lines quickly. So huge shout out to the cast members over there. They're working really hard. And across the way from Disney Tings, we have Treasures of Eleuthera. This is a Bohemian shop with everything handmade from local Bohemians as well. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. We have some hand-woven bags over here, a lot of them featuring Disney characters. That's really cool to see. We have some local made jewelry here as well. We have some local artwork. Everything here is really nice. Check out this photo op over here. This is really nice. It doesn't say Lookout Key or anything, but it is still a really nice photo op. They do have a PhotoPass photographer here out in front of it. And as we make our way away from the tram area, we are headed towards the beach. You can see how blue the water is over there. But a lot of the pathways over here are elevated because Disney did not want to disturb the environment and the land as much as possible. So yeah, you're gonna be walking on a lot of elevated platforms over here. But I love the vibes, I love the music. It looks really nice, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, it is very different from Castaway, but it's not bad. Are there some elements that I wish were more themed? Yeah, like the backside of this building over here, like it looks like you're backstage behind a show building. You have the theming on the sides and the front, but in the back, nothing. But we're coming up on the Goombay Cultural Center right now, and this place looks really nice. I love the design on the roof. It's kind of misaligned though. Like, it's not aligned properly. So, as someone with a little bit of OCD, that does bother me, but it's fine. So over there is the Goombay Cultural Center where we just were, and over here we do have a family beach area with a bunch of chairs. However, there is a little bit of a sand berm over here, and you do have to walk across an elevated path to get to the main beach. But oh my gosh, that water looks beautiful. Right next door, we have Flippers and Fin snorkel rentals. This is where you are obviously going to be renting your snorkel gear if you're wanting to go out into the water. Something that is important to know is that per a couple of friends that were here on the preview cruise is that there is nothing hidden in the water like there is on Castaway Cay. So you're not gonna find any little pretty Disney things in the water. You're going out there just to look at some of the coral reefs that are there and some of the fish. And even then, according to my friend Sam, there weren't that many fish to begin with, period. So snorkel rental at your own risk. I will say something that would benefit guests greatly is if they threw up some shade structures along these walkways, because you can see there's not too much shade, and the trees that are currently here now aren't doing a whole lot. So here we are at True 2 Barbecue. This is the second barbecue place here on Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. True Barbecue, the regular one, is further down that way. And if you go a little bit more down this way, you have Serenity Bay and their barbecue. That's probably where we're going to be having lunch. I thought that they opened at 11, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It might be 11:30. But either way, still really nice. We have our drink stations over here as well as our ice cream machines. It doesn't look like the ice cream machines are quite operational yet, but the drink stations are open for business. We do have some shaded eating structures over here with some tables and seating on the inside, so that's really nice. But other than that, out here, it is very, very bright and hot. So make sure you have your sunscreen, make sure you have your shoes, because if you're not wearing shoes, you will get burned, I promise you. So the family beach is back that way. Right over here, we have the entrance to Serenity Bay, literally right next to the family beach. Not ideal, but let's go ahead and check it out for the first time. You can see the Serenity Bay cabanas are right over here next to the family beach as well. Okay, so a couple things that I want to talk about. We were over at Serenity Bay and we were gonna eat over there, but it is jam-packed full of people. There aren't enough chairs and tables at the barbecue area, and people were getting upset that there weren't enough seating, and people were like getting passively aggressive, angry at people who were sitting down but didn't have any food. So we bailed out of there. That line was absolutely crazy. So we walked all the way back down to True 1 Barbecue, which is where Peter and Kitro were. They saved us a table, thank God. But Everything that we saw from the preview cruise was 100% true when it came to the flies. The flies here are no joke. I'm not even kidding. People are having to cover their food up with their napkins, lift it up, take a bite, and then put the napkin back down just to keep the flies away. They are that bad. And you guys can see from some of the video that I'm showing here, people are having to eat while swatting flies away and like having to cover their food. I don't know what Disney's gonna do about that. It's going to be very interesting to see what solutions they come up with, but this isn't the case normally at Castaway Cay, so who knows what Disney does in the future when it comes to Lookout, but this is wild, and people are not too pleased. And it does appear that something similar is starting to happen over here at True True 1 Barbecue, where there aren't enough tables to accommodate the number of people that are here. Something that I said on Twitter is I feel like this island or this destination isn't built for the larger ships like the Dream or the Fantasy or the Wish. I think that's why only the Magic is scheduled to come here for the foreseeable future, because the Fantasy is only coming here twice for this inaugural cruise, and then it's never coming back here again for the foreseeable future. So I'm very curious to see what it's like when it's one of the smaller ships, if a lot of these overcrowding problems are alleviated. I can imagine it is, but I just want to see it for myself. Okay, I gotta be real quick with what I show for my food, but I have the regular jambalaya and seafood jambalaya over here. Actually, no, this is the chicken jambalaya, this is the seafood jambalaya, and I got some potato salad over here as well. The lines are quite lengthy, but this is some of the food that is brand new over here at Lookout Cay. I'm gonna go ahead and dig in, and hopefully the flies don't get to it. Looks like Mickey is out doing some meet and greets in his Junkanoo outfit. How cute! Hey Minnie, how are you? I love your new outfit. You look incredible.
Doesn't she though?
The purse too is super
and
cute.
The ruffles match the ruffles underneath. Yeah. She can use it as a drum as well.
Use it as a drum as well.
It's multifunctional. Exactly. A little up, a little down, a little all around. Yeah.
You are feeling the beat of the music. I love it. Oh my God. Check this out, guys. Look at how blue this water is. That is insane. Look at this. This is gorgeous. Wow. I know, just based off of what I'm hearing around me, that Lookout Cay isn't the most popular place right now. But one thing that is universally adored is the beach and the water. Look at this. Incredible. I will say as well, the sand is also super soft, which is very much so appreciated. We paid almost $40 for snorkel gear, so you don't have to. We're gonna see what's in here, what you can see, if anything. Let's go. Editor Adrian here. I just wanted to chime in real quick after editing this snorkel session. Save your money. Do not waste your money on this. Snorkeling at Lookout Cay is 100% not worth the money. What you saw here is pretty much it. There's only a little patch of coral reef that's in the snorkel area, and the designated snorkel area is so narrow, it's so close to the actual shoreline that you barely get any of it. You can only snorkel about a quarter of the reef that I showed you there because there is another line of white buoys, and if you go any further past that, they start yelling at you. So we didn't see any interesting fish. Disney didn't hide anything down there. There's just that little patch of coral. Don't waste your money. I promise you there's nothing interesting to see.
All right, so how you guys want to make some noise? We're making today. Beautiful Mickey. Beautiful Minnie. Beautiful Daisy. And a double up Donald. All right,
All right, ladies and germs, we are done with the Goombay Beach. We are now at the tram stop, getting ready to head on back to the Mabra Cove.
The closer it got to they were walking.
Peter, that's gross.
Further, they were goddamn speed walking. When you got here, they were running. To get the it just. This is the slowest tram I've ever been on.
Except for that frozen swirl with Matt and Jenny.
with them to look I was there with them. A few important reminders as you get underway. Please watch your children.
I'm so tired. I'm gonna take a nap.
Same.
We'll be back at the ship soon, so let's all relax and enjoy some island vibes.
There's something in South Florida. It's amazing the landscape and show how it changes from Central. Oh my God, the black olive. So when you were up further on the island, when you were here years ago, the landscape still looks about the same. Yeah. I mean, that's like native Elizabeth. So those, according to that, when you tried to book them, those were filled? Yeah, they're filled in about 4 minutes.
But everybody that's over here, you have your own private.
Hey, Minnie, how are you? I love this shot with the ship in the background. You look amazing. Absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for saying hi over here. You are absolutely gorgeous, Minnie. Thank you so much. Okay, so that was wild. I had no idea that the characters made their way down here to the cabanas for photos. And that was like the most perfect 10 out of 10 photo spot that you could get. That is so cool. Another reason why a cabana over here on the family beach is absolutely perfect and well worth the money in my opinion. Even though I didn't pay for it, I would happily pay for it if I had the money. So our time at Lookout Key is coming to a close. We have made it back to the cabana where we are just relaxing for a little bit before we head on back to the ship. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is my first time ever getting a taste of cabana life on a Disney cruise, and I gotta say, I can see why people are hooked on it. I can understand the hype now. It is real, and if I ever get the opportunity, if I'm sailing concierge, 100% I'm spending the money on a cabana. This is really nice, especially here at Lookout Key. I feel like this is the best value. Like, if you're looking for a cabana, the family cabana is where it's at. And I'm gonna cover this a lot more in our second video when we come back on Thursday, and I'm gonna show you guys Serenity Bay a little bit more because we just barely scraped the surface of Serenity Bay today. But the cabanas over there don't seem like they're as nice or as worth it as the ones over here. But yeah, we're super relaxed right now. We rinsed off with our private shower that we have over here. Now we're going to go ahead and order a golf cart, and they're gonna take us all the way back to the ship on the golf cart so we don't actually have to walk back, which is amazing. So let's go ahead and do that. And just like that, we have made it back to the Disney Fantasy. They literally dropped us off right here at the gangway. Incredible. That makes the price of the cabana worth it alone. We have made it back to a nice, clean stateroom over here on the Disney Fantasy. I need a shower so bad. I am just like physically drained from the heat. And if you guys have ever spent a day at a beach or let alone at Castaway Cay or on a cruise, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When it's hot, the heat drains your energy, and you already know that those showers after a long beach day hit differently. You come out feeling so rejuvenated. We still have an hour and 45 minutes until dinner. So, Coda, are we going to take a short nap? Or are we going to risk it? Or are we going to push through? I really want ice cream. Coda walked into the room and she had ice cream. I haven't had ice cream at all this entire trip. Well, not the soft serve from up the top. I need a shower. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Just woke up from a short 30-minute nap and we are departing Lookout Cay. See you on Thursday. We are once again dressed, refreshed, and ready to go. Time for dinner at Enchanted Garden. Not really my favorite restaurant, but we make it work. Time for dinner at Enchanted Garden.
Beautiful restaurant, Enchanted Garden.
All right, now that we are seated at Enchanted Garden, let's take a look at the menu. Over here up top, we have our specialty cocktails. These, of course, all cost extra. For our appetizers, we have a cucumber garden roll, an ahi tuna and avocado tower, my personal favorite, North Atlantic lobster ravioli, and an applewood smoked bacon wild mushroom tart with creamy leeks. That is also another favorite of mine. For our soups and salads, we have an heirloom tomato soup, a cream of green asparagus, a spinach and raspberry salad, and a romaine wedge. For our bread service, we have a multi-grain and country currant rolls. Here are the main courses over here. We have caramelized sea scallops, a pan-seared sea bass, a maharam-scented roasted chicken, a seared pork tenderloin medallion, and a slow-roasted prime rib. And of course, here are your vegetarian and lighter note offerings. So typically I love the prime rib over here at Enchanted Garden, but today they kind of disappointed me. We ordered it medium and medium rare across the table, but everyone who ordered it, it all came out like overdone and more well, so kind of disappointing. The flavor's still good, but not as good as it normally is. All right, the dessert menu has arrived for Enchanted Garden. Let's take a look inside. On one side, we have our specialty drinks that of course cost extra. Over here, we have our desserts. We have a warm sticky date pudding, which is a personal favorite. We have a chocolate garden torte, an orange yogurt cake, and a chocolate brownie sundae. For our signature, we have a southern pecan tart, and for our no sugar added, a lemon raspberry mousse Bombay. What? Oh my god. How do you do that? Physics is wild. Balancing it on toothpicks. Alright, our dessert has arrived. We have the warm sticky date pudding with vanilla ice cream. Alright, made it back to the room after dinner. In theory, the room should have been done, which means we have a towel animal. So, towel animal of the day. What is it gonna be? You're overexposed. Let me correct that.
Oh, we've already had a crab.
We've had a crab and we've had an elephant.
Turtle.
A turtle?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say bear.
Okay, come on, Nugget.
Oh god, he's got the magic band on him.
Magic band. Huh?
Did we get a crab again?
Yeah.
Lame.
Oh!
Okay, this makes up for it. This makes up for it. We may have gotten a crab for a second night, but we got a lithograph. Take a look at that. The inaugural season of Lookout Cay. That is so cool. What does it say? Read it out.
Yeah. From the cast, crew, and officers of Disney Cruise Line, we are thrilled that you have joined us aboard the Disney Fantasy for our inaugural visit to Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. It is our... Yeah, I can't read. It is our hope that this limited edition commemorative lithograph, created especially for you. We'll add many magical moments from your Disney Cruise Line. We'll add to many, yeah. Pretend like I can read. Your Disney Cruise Line vacation for years to come. Thank you for sailing.
And Captain Marco. That's awesome. We got a nice little lithograph. And it even comes with a certificate of authenticity. Authenticity. Okay, we have made it back into the room after a fabulous dinner. And now I need to stab myself. It is time for my injection, my weekly injection. As a lot of you guys know, I am currently taking Wegovy for weight loss, and every week I do need to stab myself in the thigh. So I bring my injection pen with me. I keep it in the cooler over here. Have an alcohol pad. Let's go ahead and roll up my pant leg to expose my thigh. You guys aren't seeing it, but it's fine. Okay, so I spread the alcohol wipe along my leg. Hopefully I get a spot that isn't going to sting, because sometimes you can actually like hit a nerve or something and it stings. So hopefully it is actually a decent spot. Well, let's go for right here. Oh my god, this is the worst I've ever had. Holy moly. And it's on camera too. Wow. You guys know, if you take these injections, sometimes you hit a really good spot, and by really good I mean really bad. Like it's like hitting a nerve. Oh, that was bad, but it's fine. We did it. I injected myself. I'm good for the next week. Whew, that sucked. Okay, enough of the medical stuff. Coda, get over here. Adrian doesn't care if your hair is a mess. Neither does the internet. Hello, Editor Adrian here once again. So the reason why I called Coda over is so that we could sit down and share our full initial thoughts on Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. Our very first thoughts after our full first day out of 2. And what was supposed to be maybe 10 minutes ended up being a 30-minute discussion talking about Lookout Key. So I'm going to put this in a separate video. So yeah, you guys are going to be seeing that probably next after this vlog. So the video after this isn't going to be another regular vlog from the cruise. It's going to be our possibly 30-minute long discussion video talking about our initial thoughts. One thing I do want to say though is that this video that you're going to see next is our raw first thoughts based off of one day on the island. I will say our thoughts change after our second visit. We do have 2 visits on this cruise. Our thoughts do change slightly after our second visit. So if you guys want to see that video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I actually think the next clip is going to be me ending the vlog. So thanks for watching. All right, ladies and germs, and with that, I think we are going to call it a night. It's not even 10 o'clock yet, but we are exhausted. We went down to see the magician. That was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I admire myself a good magician and illusionist, and that was very entertaining. But we got out and we're like, okay, what are we going to do? Are we going to go to the adult-only area? Are we going to watch anything else? And all 3 of us collectively yawned. And we were like, yeah, we're old. Let's just go to bed. Let's just go to bed. We have a Nassau day tomorrow, which means it's basically another day at sea. We're going to be spending the entire day on board the ship, having another relaxing day. But I want to thank you all so much for watching today's video. I know it was probably a lengthy one because it was our first time ever at Lookout Key. I'm very curious to see what you guys think about everything that you saw in today's video from the island. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. If you guys have made it this far into the video and you're still watching, you want to let me know that you guys are the real MVPs, leave the word island down in the comment section below. Involve it in your comments talking about Lookout Key because I'm very curious. But anyways, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new around here and you want to see more content like this in the future. We have a whole nother day at Lookout Key to look forward to, so we are going to be bringing you guys a lot more content. Like I said, I hope you're all having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.